Okay, today I want to talk about attacking your eating disorder recovery versus just being passive. So attacking it means you wake up every morning and you are like, how can I, or what can I do to really freak my eating disorder out today, all day long? Not just once, not what's this one event I can do that would scare my eating disorder. From the moment I wake up until the moment I go to bed, what are the most aggressive, bold things that I can do all day long to really put a dent in my rewiring process of my recovery? People who think that way, who get really, really courageous and bold and determined, tenacious essentially, get somewhere quite quick, actually. The people who spend a lot of time writing out plans and talking about it and reading about it and watching videos about it and slow and steadily making changes typically wear out before they get to any kind of meaningful rewiring or any kind of like noticeable changes in the way that they're thinking. And they burn out. And then they think, gosh, recovery really doesn't work for me. This is too exhausting. And I agree, it is. It's way too exhausting. I tried doing that so many times where I had all these really good intentions, and like looking back, I actually really did believe like, this is it. This is the month. This is the year. This is the summer. I'm going to do it. This is the whatever it was. I was always like the new year, my birthday. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. But then I would just go about doing the same things that I had always done in prior attempts at recovery. Was like, come up with a plan, have a meal plan that I could kind of follow, have somebody that I'm gonna, check in with and take pictures of my food and send it to them, and someone that I'm going to, before my full attempt at recovery, I would still like walk. So I thought, well, walking is fine because I was taught that at treatment center. So I'll have someone that I walk with, and I had like all these plans set in place. But what was happening is I was letting it like kind of happen to me rather than me attacking it. I was just kind of passively going through the motions of what I thought I needed to do to recover, rather than really honestly looking at what is it that scares me? What are the things that I'm most terrified to do at that current moment when I still was very much living with an eating disorder? And I had to think, these are my high priorities. These are the things that I'm going to go in and tackle first. And then I'm going to do my very best every day to look for opportunities to rewire. And what that means is look for opportunities to scare the living crap out of yourself. That means that you notice your fears, you recognize them, and then instead of thinking about them and wondering how they're ever going to go away, you actually run straight into the fear. I talked about this like last week, or I don't know, whenever I did a video last about being a buffalo and running into the storm rather than running away from it. When you run into the storm, that fear passes a lot quicker. It's going to be more intense and it's going to be really exhausting, but it's short term. It doesn't last forever. So if you're someone in recovery right now and you're kind of that person that's passively, complacently going through the motions of recovery and feeling discouraged and feeling like, why do I feel like this is really, really hard still? Why do I feel like things aren't really changing? Ask yourself that question. Well, are you waking up every morning and actively, aggressively thinking, how can I rebel against my eating disorder? Every opportunity today, every single minute of the day, what can I be doing that's going to scare my eating disorder? And I promise you, and I don't make a lot of promises, but I can promise you that if you do that, you are going to start feeling different mentally. You are going to start feeling like things are changing. Now, what you can't do is do that for a couple days and then back off, and then do that for a couple days and then back off, and then, build up the courage to do it again, and then do it for 2 or 3 days and then back off. You will not feel different at all mentally. You'll probably feel worse. Don't do that. Don't do that. Really go for it every single day. Don't give yourself that out. Don't give yourself that day off because, yesterday was so exhausting and so emotionally draining because you had to push yourself with all these different things that you challenged in your recovery. Today, I feel like I should just be able to kind of back off a little. Yesterday was really aggressive. No, the next day needs to be even more aggressive. And that's the kind of attitude you have. A lot of you are athletes or were athletes that are in recovery from eating disorder. I know that follow my channel and a lot of my clients as well. And I know you have that in you. I know you have that in you to push yourself to levels that other people can't. And I feel like in recovery, I kind of had to take on that mindset. I looked around me and thought not a lot of people recover from eating disorders. Truthfully, not a lot of people do. And that's a very depressing statistic, but it is the truth. And so I had to tell myself, I want to be someone who does, though. What sets those people apart? The people who do recover and the people who don't. The people who do are really, 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 really brave and really stubborn and really determined to live a better life, and recognize that you do deserve it. Recognize that it is possible and that you do deserve it. So that's my pep talk to you today. It's been a few days, maybe weeks since I made a video, but I just wanted to come back and hopefully on this Monday morning, maybe evening, depending on when you're listening to this, kind of give you that kick in the butt that you may most likely need in your own recovery. So have a good day. Bye.